Let's talk about the Muslim Brotherhood. Notice how these people, the news people and our leaders, never say anything bad about these guys. Because there are those within the United States government, I believe, who are friends with them, doing whatever they can for them, doing for them favors as if they were members of the club. A club who is seeing to the downfall of all these Arab slash Muslim regimes. The uprisings in all these different countries, as far as Egypt is concerned, I doubt that it came unexpected to the Obama administration. I believe it is even plausible perhaps, that it is some American entity that has shut off the internet and telephone in that country in order to keep the Egyptian uprising as non-unified as possible and therefore controllable by the outside. Or they, whoever it was that shut off the internet and phone lines, do not want people outside of Egypt to know what is actually happening. The media could be scripting a wag the dog fake war, done with media special effects, in order that a small incident can be amplified and snowballed and mushroomed and distorted into something much bigger and stronger than it actually was. You can make a mountain look like a molehill, in other words, and get more accomplished with less trouble and more special effects. And, of course, insightful commentary to persuade your public opinion. Because if the cell phone and the internet's cut off, does that mean that the Mubarak regime was unable to communicate with the outside world? Maybe they are the only ones who cannot reach out and touch someone, while everyone else, the citizenry, the proletariat, are able to twit and tweeter and tweedledee and tweedledum their regime into submission. And if so, if that is the case, then Mubarak would have been forced to use, radios like walkie-talkies or phone landlines if they were still working, if they were impervious to, some kind of satellite outage, which are phone lines if you've been to many third world countries. The landlines on the telephone poles, them things just suck. So you kill a satellite, you pretty much killed communication. Then there's the flotilla, which is the birth of a Palestinian slash terrorist navy. The Mediterranean Sea will soon become the site of yet another epic sea battle, I believe. The Suez Canal could be blocked, and then, well, good luck getting any oil. Not that we need the oil from the Suez, but because whoever does need the oil that comes through the Suez, mainly Europe, if that's shut off, then we're going to have to share our oil supply with them. Whoever's supplying us, like Mexico and Canada, they'll be selling more to Europe, which will change the whole, logistics of oil delivery to the consumer, to the end user, which means we will have less available to us. Obama has it all set up here where, we can't drill in the Gulf, although China and Brazil and Cuba and Vietnam, they can. Everybody but us can go in our own damn Gulf and drill for oil. We never did start drilling in Anwar because it would take 8 or 9 years to get that online, and that was all the way back in 2001, so now it's 10 years later. We would have had oil online now, but that's a big woulda. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, As for these references to pro-Mubarak supporters apparently seeming all of a sudden out of nowhere, the media tells us that these people are goons paid by the police and government. I have not heard any of them admitting this, but even if there were one, it would be real or staged. Somebody acting like they're pro-Mubarak supporters, you know what I mean? And then there was the whole thing with getting all the Americans out, which Hillary Clinton was whining about it. This is not the way freedom and liberty work. Anderson, you know, 180, look at my pooper, bend over and grab the ankles. You know, he just about got raped. Well, punched in the face. He got punched in the face. So he says. The son of Gloria Vanderbilt.